Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my video on whether or not Rick Grimes is actually a villain in The Walking Dead. So this is kind of a complicated topic. Rick Grimes as a character has evolved so much over the course of the show. You know, we're 8 seasons in, and you know, if you watch the first episode of the show where Rick Grimes is a cop, you know, talking to a little kid that he thinks might just be an injured girl, and then it turns around and it's a zombie. And then you watch Rick Grimes now in season 8. It's two different characters. It's two different people. It's two different people. You know, and I do think that Rick Grimes' character development was good early on. You know, in season 1 he was just the completely, totally do right, all good type of good guy. And then in season 2 he has some slightly dark moments where he shoots the 2 guys who try to get into his group at the bar, and then at the end of the season where he's like, this isn't a democracy anymore, and blah blah blah, like. And then in season 3 was kind of rough because it's just the whole thing with the ghost, the Lori ghost, was just so stupid. It just didn't seem like it fit. You watch the first 2 seasons of the show, and then Lori dies, and it's like, okay, that's a big deal, but then there's like Ghost Lori, and Rick is just going crazy, like getting mad over nothing all the time for 10 episodes. It's just like, oh, God. Like, ugh, you know. Season 4 was really cool with him, because I didn't mean to like go season to season, but I guess I should. But season 4 was really cool because in the first half, he's trying really, really hard to do the right thing, just be a farmer, take everyone in. He asks people the 3 questions, and that's it. They take them in, they live together. He just wants peace. He just wants people to live peacefully and live together. When the governor comes in, he's like, we just let go of everything. You're not too far gone. We can all change. We can all just live together peacefully. Then Herschel dies, and hundreds of people die, and then that's it. That's it for Rick. Rick, after that, is just like, he's not fucking around. You know, he's no bullshit. He's just tearing people's necks out with his teeth, and you know, he tells Carl, I know things aren't going to ever go back to the way they used to be. You know, what he's pretty much saying is that there is a life for them, but it's going to be, he's fully adapted. He doesn't care if he does horrible things, if he kills people. He doesn't take any type of chances. He's going to keep his people alive no matter what. That's the Rick at the end of season 4 when he's trapped in that car box, whatever it's called, and he's like, they're fucking with the wrong people. You know, if you watch the version of the TV show, that doesn't count. You gotta watch it on DVD. That's where he says fucking, yeah. And then in season 5 he was awesome. It's just the whole thing with the red machete, and he just wants to go to the Beth's hospital and just kill everyone. And then at the end of the season at Alexandria, he's like, well, I might have to kill a few people, or we might have to take this place over. But in season 5, that was the beginning of a darker Rick, a Rick Grimes that just wanted to do whatever was necessary. And I was liking that. I was on board with that. In season 6, they kind of overdid it a little too much. They made Rick to where he didn't listen to anyone else. He didn't listen to anyone but him, and it seemed kind of forced, him fighting the Saviors and killing the Saviors, the compound. I mean, if you read the comics, you know what's going to happen. So it's kind of frustrating. You're watching the show, you're like, Rick, stop being this stupid. Rick, stop being this stupid. Rick, listen to someone besides yourself. And in the first episode of the season, you know, he's really just like, he doesn't give a shit about anyone but his little group of people. He doesn't care about the Alexandrians. He doesn't care if they die. He doesn't really give them a fair chance. He doesn't give them a fair chance to adapt, a fair chance to train. He's already like given up any kind of hope. He thinks, well, they're just gonna die. There's a bunch of walkers coming, and he sends Alexandrians to go fight them, and he's like, you can do this, and they're not prepared. they're not scared. They are scared. They're not prepared. You know, they're going to get bitten, and they're telling Rick to help them, and Rick's just like, "Oh, you can do it," you know, and everyone else just decides to help them. And Rick knew what he was doing. He knew a couple of them were going to die. He didn't care. He casually sent Alexandrians to fight walkers and probably die when they haven't had a chance to train. They haven't had a chance to prepare. They haven't had a fair chance to get ready for it. You know, that was when he really started to become an asshole, and the writing got a little forced, like they were trying to force him to do these horrible things that he wouldn't have done before. Even in Season 5, he listened to other people. He wasn't that bad. That's one of the bigger problems I have with Season 6 was how much worse Rick's writing got, and how the story kept forcing him to do these just god-awful things. And I also kind of did that with Carol. But Season 6 was when the writing started to get worse and it started to get sloppier. And, you know, with Season 7, you know, obviously Rick is now under Negan's control, and he has changed a lot, and he's learned a lot from his mistakes. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't think he's a villain. I think he's just kind of an asshole. You know, I don't think that he, you know, wants to kill innocent people. But like with Sadiq, he didn't want to find out if Sadiq was possibly just an innocent survivor or not. He didn't care. He just shot his gun in the air and made him leave and possibly get killed, because he didn't want to take a chance. You know, like there was no, like they could have locked him up in that cell that Morgan built and figured out if he was legit or not. But, you know, Rick just wants to shoot a bullet in the air and make him run. I mean, that could have been you. That could have been me. Just surviving, and then there's this crazy guy that's shooting bullets trying to make you run away. You know, but I don't think he's an antagonist. I don't think he's the main villain. I understand where people are coming from when they say that. With Season 5 and Season 6 and a lot of his dialogue and a lot of his actions, I think the argument could be made that he was the antagonist, that he was the villain. But he's kind of changed a little bit since then. You know, Negan killing Abraham and Glenn in front of him, making him realize how much he fucked up, and just all of that other stuff that happened in Season 7. And Season 8, he's trying not to kill people. He's trying not to kill the saviors. He's trying to keep everyone alive. He's trying to work out something peaceful. So he has learned. He has changed a little bit. But I don't know. I mean, he did so much shit in Season 5 and Season 6. It's hard to forget about that. It's hard to move on. Because if he, you know, if he wasn't so stubborn, maybe Abraham and Glenn would still be alive. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel. I just think that he's kind of an asshole. He's not a villain. He's not an antagonist. And it's also the writing. I feel like the writing in general has gotten worse. So naturally the main character's writing got worse. But overall, I don't think Rick is the antagonist. I just think he's had a lot of moments where he's an asshole. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. We are at 17 subscribers right now. First goal is 250. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.